Hey everyone, welcome back to cs4everyone.com. In this video we're going to be covering the and or constructs that you can use within if statements. So remember in the last video we ended off by talking about else if statements. So we could get the user's name and then do some checks on that, see what it is. And print out certain things depending on what the name is or what it is not. So what if we want to cram all these into one? I shouldn't say the word cram, that kind of has a bad connotation to it, but what if we want to put all of these checks inside of one if? And you can do that. And it's called using ors or ands. Now, these are not equivalent, these have different uses, but this is something that you can do. You can do if name is equal to Robert, and the syntax of this is kind of weird, but this is how all the mainstream programming languages do it for the most part. To say or, you use these two bars, and that is above your enter key, the backslash. Hold down shift and press that key twice. So this key right here, you're going to want to hold down shift and press this key twice. That is your or statement. So if name is equal to Robert, or name is equal to Jack, or name is equal to Susie. Console.log. Wow, great names, mate. I rate 8 out of 8. Else, crap to your name, bro. So this looks weird, but essentially it literally just says if name is equal to Robert, or name is equal to Jack, or name is equal to Susie, if any of these three things are true, then this whole expression evaluates to be true. And it will print great names, mate. I rate 8 out of 8. So let's run this. Give it a few test drives. Into your name we have Robert. Wow, great names, mate. I rate 8 out of 8. Susie. Oops. Again, good to go. And then Jack. Boom. And now Betty. Crap to your name. Awful. So that's how that works. Now, I will say the most common rookie mistake to make on this is to forget to redo your name equals. So like when people are first learning, they will do this. They'll say if name is equal to Robert or Jack or Susie. You can try to run it. Well, apparently JavaScript, never mind, you can do that. I'm an idiot. JavaScript lets you do that. Some other languages, you have to do the name equals Robert. So I guess you can do, if it's Robert or Jack or Susie, it will automatically put it there for you. And it will work. Never mind, not working, not working. This is one of the issues with JavaScript, is that it tries really hard not to throw a bug and crash on you. So you need to put, so it's saying that this is right because this is syntactically messed up. You need to put name equals. And this is a rookie mistake, everyone does it, I did it back when I was first learning. You need to put the name equals, else things will get screwy very fast. Now, crap to your name. That's how I thought it would work, and lo and behold, it did. That's one of the reasons people don't sometimes have issues with JavaScript, is that it tries way too hard to have things operate and not crash on you, which, I mean, is good at times, but also bad at times, as we just saw. So, don't forget to recheck the variable equal sign here. Don't forget to put that there. Do not do this. It will not work. So, that's that. Now, the beauty of ORs is that it will check every single one, and the split second any one of them works, it will stop checking the rest, and then console log. So what it does is it will start here, and it will say, is name equal to Robert? And if it is, it will not check these. It will not recheck them. It will just jump straight in, and console.log, boom. Good to go. Now the OR statement is juxtaposed with the AND statement. So the AND statement literally just, you switch the bars and put the AND signs there. And now the difference between AND and OR is that the AND statements, all of them have to be true for this to work. And so in this case, there's no way for this to evaluate to true. So essentially, what AND means, or the OR statement, if any of them are true, it will work. The AND statement requires all of them to be true for it to work. So this, no matter what we put, there's no way for it to work because we can't have name being set to 3 different variables. So that will not work. So we put Robert. Crap tier name, bro. This program thinks my name is crap tier. That is stupid. Stupid program. So that's essentially that. Let's get a little bit more into the intricacies of the AND statement. Let's get 2 variables and check them. Let's have this be other name. So we're going to have if name is equal to Robert and other name is equal to Jack. So now we're going to get a chance to enter 2 names, and they both have to evaluate to true for this to work. So name has to be Robert, and other name has to be Jack, else it will not run. It will not say our names are good. So enter the first name is Robert, enter the other name, Jack. And wow, great names, mate. I rate 8 out of 8. So if we refresh that and we do Robert and then put John as the other name, it will evaluate to false and print the else. And this gives us something, it's actually very powerful because you can do something called short-circuiting. Short-circuiting is when you use the first part of an AND statement. If this evaluates to false, it will not check this part. So you can use that, because why would it need to? It already knows that this is going to be false. And you can use this to prevent bugs from happening a lot, because say you have a variable that you need to have a value in it. Sometimes there's ways to make a variable not have a value, and that's called being null. And if a value is null, you don't want to make it check for that. So what you can do is you can have name equal to, like say if name would be null, it would already know not to check the next part. And that's a little bit of a crappy reason behind how it works, but eventually we'll get into more complicated things that will allow you to truly understand the power of short-circuiting. But just know that short-circuiting is when you is when an AND statement will not check the second part because it already knows that the first part is false. So if I were to say Jack as my, let's say John as my first name, it will say is name equals to Robert? No, it's John. And it will not check the rest. So whatever you put here, it won't matter. It won't check it. It will just instantly jump down into the crap tier name, bro. So John, and then we'd even put Jack here, and it still will not work because it's an AND statement, and they both have to be true. Now let's go back to being OR. The difference is between AND and OR is that OR only requires one of them to be true. So we can say Robert, and then for the second name we can say John, which is not Jack, and it will still evaluate to true because that's an OR statement. So that's essentially the main difference between the AND and the OR statement. They have other intricacies built around them, but just as a basic beginner's how to program type setup, this is really all you need to know for now. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and see you all in the next video.